My, Good morning, everyone. My name is Nipa. My student ID MBA 0 MBA 01260005. Now, now start my presentation and analysis of China BRIC leader. And today I will be presenting my analysis of China economy as a part of global economic a module eco 4133. China is a cornerstone of the BRIC nation and a evolving role economics and economy is more critical than ever as we move into 2026. This presentation will cover China's current economic performance, the challenges it face, application of trade theories, the strategic policies, and my outlook on its sustainability over the next 5 years. Start my presentation. Slide 2, introduction to China and economic performance. Let's begin to overview. An overview. China remains the world's second largest economy by nominal GDP and the largest by purchasing power of the power parity in 2025. China successfully met its growth target of 50%, 5.0%, which is the quite remarkable given the structure shift currently underway as we look into 2026. The which is quite remarkable given a structure shift currently underway. The government has a slightly more conservative target of 4.55% to 5.0%. This reflects a strategic pivot towards high quality growth, priority technological innovation, and green energy over the double-digit expansion we saw in previous decades. The 58 5-year plan, which starts this year, is a roadmap for this transition. Start my presentation. Slide 3. Key economic challenges and problem. However, this transition is not without in hurdles. China is currently grappling with four major issues. First, the property sector slump, which is now in its fifth year, continues to weigh on household wealth and domestic demand. Second, local government debt remains a significant fiscal burden, limiting the capacity for large scale stimulus. Third, we are seeing a demographic decline and aging population that will eventually lead to labor shortage. Finally, external geopolitical pressure, especially tension with the US regarding Haiti's export. are forcing China to accelerate its path towards self-reliance. Now start my presentation. Slide 4. Theoretical framework. Hexar-Ohlin theory. To understand China trade evolution, we can apply the Hexar-Ohlin HO theory. Traditionally, China was labor abundant, exporting textile and simple electronics. Today, we are witnessing a profound shift in factor endowments due to massive investment in education and in education and infrastructure. China has become human capital and physical capital abundant. This is why we now see China has dominating the export to Haiti's capital intensive goods like electric vehicles, EVs, and lithium batteries. While it has become importer of land-intensive agriculture product and high-end specialized components. Now start presentation slide 5. Introduction, trade policies, and strategic impact. China's trade strategy and incorporated by two major pillars: the dual circulation strategy aims to strengthen the domestic market internal circulation while maintaining a strong global trade ties external circulation. This reduce vulnerability to external shock. Meanwhile, the Belt and the Road Initiative has evolved into a small yet smart phase, focusing on digital and green infrastructure in the global and south. These policies has allowed China to diversify its partner with trade is ASEAN nation now being a key driver of its surplus. Now start my presentation is slide 6, sustainability opinion for 2026 and 2031. In my opinion, China's economics model is sustainable, but it is entering a new normal, moderated growth. The strength lie in its leadership. In the new three industries, EVs, batteries, and solar. and is a operable supply chain path chain debt. The risks, of course, are the demographic trends and debt levels. If China can successfully navigate this heights transition and manage its internal debt, it will remain a dominant global economic power through 2031. The focus will be on resilience and resilient and self sufficiency rather than sheer speed. Now start my presentation in slide 7 reference. Finally, here are the key reference used for this analysis, including reports from China Briefing, S&D Global, and the World Bank, all formatted in Harvard style. Thank you for your time, and I am now happy to take any question. Thank you so much.